Alright, in this video we're going over completing the square part 2. Alright, this is your vocab word as well as a key concept. Completing the square says you can form a perfect square trinomial from ax squared plus bx by adding b divided by 2 quantities squared. What that means is all you do is you take b, half it, and square it. That's all that means. Let's look at a problem. Completing the square. What completes the square for x squared minus 10x? Well, we know 10 is our b term, negative 10. So we're going to half that and get negative 5. And then we're going to take that negative 5 and square it to get a positive 25. So what completes the square for x squared minus 10x? Well, it's plus 25. So x squared minus 10x plus 25. That's all you have to do. Take your b term here, divide it in half, and that's what we did here. Negative 10 divided by 2, we got negative 5. Then you take that number and square it, so positive 25. This number here will always be a positive number. Alright, when you square it, it will always be a positive number. Okay? You'll never get a negative number here. It'll always be positive because when you think about it, anytime you square a number, you get a positive number. Alright, I want you to do this one real quick. What completes the values for what completes the square for x squared plus 6x? Go. Alright. So again, we're going to take the middle term here, which is 6, divide it in half, which is 3. Then we're going to take that and square it, which is 9. So what value completes the square? Well, that value is 9. We're going to have x squared plus 6x plus 9. And that's really all there is to completing the square, because now you can factor this into x plus 3 squared. All right? Just like we could factor this one into x minus 5 squared, because since this is a positive, we know they're the same. Since this is negative, we know it's going to be negative. Alright, so completing the square is quite simple. You just simply take your b term, in this case it's 6, half it, we got 3, and then square that, we got 9. Alright, so our perfect square trinomial would be x squared plus 6x plus 9. Alright, let's take this one step further by solving an equation by completing the square. So we got to get all our x terms on one side and all our constants on the other. So this this positive 6 has to get the boot, subtract 6 from both sides. 3x squared minus 12x equals negative 6. Now if you notice, everything's divisible by 3, so let's go ahead and do that. X squared minus 4x, I'm going to leave a little bit of room, equals negative 2. Now we do the same thing. Take your b term, half it. Half of negative 4 is negative 2. And then you square that. So negative 2 squared is positive 4. Now, since we have an equation, we have to do to one side what we do to the other. So since we added 4 here, we have to add the 4 here as well, or we change the value of the entire equation. Now we're able to factor this down, right? And then this here's 2. Now we're able to factor this down into x minus 2 quantity squared, and now we can simply take the square root of both sides, and we get x minus 2 equals positive or negative square root of 2, add 2, add 2. Now what happens here? We have 2, and then we have the plus or minus the square root of 2. So what are we going to have to do here? Well, we can't add this. We can't add the positive 2 to the square root of 2. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to leave our answer in the form of 2 plus or minus the square root of 2. That's how you have to leave it. We can't go any further with that. We got to leave it just like that. All right, writing in vertex form. Now, to write in vertex form, we can also use completing the square to get to vertex form. All right, how we have to do it is this. So we have y equals x squared plus 4x. Put a space between the minus 6. go ahead and half this and square it. 4 divided by 2 is 2, squared is plus 4. Now, since we added a plus 4 here, we also have to subtract a 4 here. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but now this part is factorable. So now we have our perfect square trinomial here, which we can factor, and then this gives us a minus 10. All right. So we can also write these in vertex form, and I guess this video is now about over. We can now also write stuff in vertex form by completing the square. Just move your C term over a little bit like I did. I moved the negative 6 out to give me some room. Half your B term and square it, so positive 4. And then subtract it again from over here, but don't go real quick and cancel these out. Now this is also factorable into x plus 2 quantity squared minus 10. And if you remember from earlier, this is vertex form. All right, this is vertex form. So now it says name the vertex. Well, we know the vertex is negative 2, negative 10 because it's h and k, and this is always x minus h squared plus k. So since it's a positive 2, we know it has to be a negative 2 here, and then that simply comes down to be the negative 10. Okay? So, as you can see, this becomes fairly simple now when you can write in vertex form by simply completing the square. All right? So, you can watch this video as many times as you need to. Make sure you understand it, and come to class tomorrow ready to work some problems. See you tomorrow.